Hey gang, it's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Canteen Cup Tuesday. Once again, this is Matt the Old Florida Boy, your host, and I will be cooking up some interesting stuff today. Now, I'm gonna tell you that I've been to the Dollar Tree again. And you all know how I like the Dollar Tree because everything's $1. And you get some pretty good ideas on some nifty little trail food, you know. Some stuff is okay in the Dollar Tree. Some stuff really is not too good in the Dollar Tree. But I try to get the cheapest, most edible stuff that I can when I go to the Dollar Tree. And I'm in my RV today, which is where me and my wife live, because it was raining really hard outside earlier and everything's all wet. So I'm waiting for it to dry up just a little bit. But I'll show you what we're gonna do today. And we're gonna take a look at this. I got myself a can of Southgate Beef Stew with veggies. And this is the beef stew with the veggies. And it's interesting to note, they had another product that was vegetable stew with beef. And it's a different color label. And when I turned it over and I looked at the ingredients, it's exactly the same ingredients and exactly the same nutritional info. So there's beef stew with veggies or veggie stew with beef. So I opted for the beef stew with veggies. And this is probably going to be pretty bland, I think. I got a pretty good idea how I'm going to spice it up, but I think I'm going to add some egg noodles to it. And you could add some rice, you know, because it's probably going to need something. It doesn't look too good on the label, but Southgate Beef Stew. Let's take a look at the nutritional info. All right, here we go. Southgate Beef Stew with veggies. And it don't got real veggies. It has textured vegetable protein product added. I don't know what the hell textured vegetable protein product is, but this is pretty interesting. We got nutritional facts. We got calories, 330, I believe that is, per serving, and there's 2 servings in the can. Okay, so 660 calories. The 34% fat, 50% trans fat. And now if you double this, because there's 2 servings in a can, you're getting 100% of your total saturated fat just in this one can. Okay, the other thing to note is sodium, 720 milligrams, 30%. So if you eat this whole can, you're getting 60% of your whole sodium for the day. Well, if you're out romping around in the swamps and sweating to death and everything else, you know, and drinking a lot of water, you're going to sweat out a lot of sodium anyway, unless you do what I do and carry along some Vienna sausages and drink the juice. That's full of sodium too. So this is a pretty good sodium replacement. You know, I wouldn't make a steady diet of this stuff, but we're going to try today the Southgate Beef Stew with the textured vegetable protein product added. Doesn't that look good? Oh man. All right, let's get out and we'll get this rolling. All right, easy breezy. Here we are, we're set up. You can see it's still kind of wet out here because it rained hard earlier. We got one of my favorite rigs. It's the $11 cheapie stove off of Amazon. This thing's a road warrior. Some gas, Old Faithful, the Canteen Cup, our venerable Southgate Beef Stew, and I got about a handful of egg noodles and my very expensive Dollar Tree cutlery set. Y'all know how can opener challenged I am. These are the 2 can openers that I've settled on. Here's a P38, which I failed miserably at with P38s, but on the same keychain I got a P51, and we're gonna see how the P51 works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this guy fired up. We're gonna get our water on, because first of all we're gonna cook the egg noodles. All right. All right, we're going pretty good there. That's there. That's there. While our water's boiling, let me take you over and see if I can open this can. All right, Now we got our P51. God, I hope this works. This, and I did a, oh man, this is going good. I did a video on the P51 versus the Fred, the Australian Fred. But some of my subscribers in Australia sent me the Fred, and it was awesome. It you know, is almost exactly the same as the P51, and it really works good. It's got a little spoon on it too, so it kind of doubles as a spoon. But you can see how easy this P51's making this. I mean, maybe I'm not as can opener challenged as I thought I was. Ooh, oh man. This is kind of like, I don't know, like dog food-ish, or, ooh, can hear some thunder in the background. I'm just gonna taste it. Yeah, it's pretty darn bland. What I'm gonna do is, after those egg noodles get cooked up, then we're gonna mix all this together, see what we can come up with. All right, we can check our water out. All right, we're bubbling. Now, I'm going to carefully add about a handful of egg noodles without knocking this off. Alright, and this is just about a half a canteen cup full of water. Woohoo! Man, there's a storm coming. Canteen Cup Tuesday in adversity. There's a storm over my left shoulder over here, and it's big. So, we're going to boil these egg noodles up, and then we're going to add the beef stew, and we're gonna see what we got. All right, this is egg noodle rock and roll. Woo! Got to turn it down a little bit. I like using the egg noodles. You know, you could use any noodles that you wanted. You could use mac and cheese or spaghetti or something, or rice would be good. I like using the egg noodles because they cook up pretty quick, and they go pretty tender pretty quick. So, ooh, man, that thunder is wet. It's coming. Come on, egg noodles, let's go. All right, these got a few more minutes to cook, and then I'm gonna drain them, and then we're gonna add the beef stew. Okay, egg noodles are all nice and soft. You can see them right there. We got them all nice and drained out. Now we're gonna add our wonderful oh my god, beef stew. Yeesh, that does not look good. I see some carrots in there, maybe some taters. Get it all out of there, because you know, on the trail you can't leave none. That would be terrible. All right, that's just about good. Now we're going to mix this up with our wonderful egg noodles. Okay, well, it's not bad. I mean, could be worse. It's about a little over half a canteen cup. So let's put her back on the stove, kind of simmer it up. Alright, let's kind of simmer it up here. We'll put the lid on for good measure. We'll bubble it up, heat her up. Woo! But it's already hot. Alright, we'll heat her up here, and then we'll see what we got. Alright, we are bubbling, simmering up pretty good. This is kind of hard because it's heating up something like this. It's real touchy on the stove. I'm trying not to burn it all over the bottom of the canteen cup, but I got some down there. But we're getting pretty warm. It's almost ready. Could probably use a little water in there to cut this a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. If you didn't have the spare water on the trail and all you had was your wonderful Southgate beef stew and some egg noodles, here you go. This is what you would be getting. Woohoo! Yeah, oh yeah, we're cooking now. So really touchy. So I'm going to continue to heat this up, and then I will see you guys inside for the taste test, because there's a storm coming up. I know you can probably hear the thunder, so we're gonna simmer this up and then I'll see you inside. Okay, here we go. We are inside now with our wonderful Southgate, ooh, so hot. The wonderful Southgate beef stew with veggies. Tastes a little bit, it's just a little bit bland, but what would anything be really without our secret ingredient? And y'all know me, just a drop. But it's gonna take more than a drop to spice this stuff up. Whew. All right, that should do it. All right, let's mix this on up here. Man, I can smell that hot sauce. All right, I'm gonna bring this back a little bit. Bring our camera up a little bit so that you can see me. All right, Southgate beef stew with veggies. We got, of course, some egg noodles, but we got some potatoes on there. I don't see no beef at all. I mean, even on the bottom. The only thing I see, wow, wait. There's a little hunk of beef right there. So let's try it. All right. Still kind of bland. The hot sauce brings it out a little. It still needs some more. And what it definitely needs, I don't know about any salt, because this has already got a ton of salt. It needs some pepper. So let's pepper it up. God, I don't know if this stuff is worth it or not. And I did a review on Dinty Moore beef stew, and the Dinty Moore is a ton better than this. So let's see how a little more hot sauce and pepper it. That's definitely better. It's going to take a little doctoring up to get this. Southgate beef stew with veggies, or virtually the same product, vegetable stew with beef. Easy breezy on the trail. Just open up a can, you know, cook it right up. A little bit of water, egg noodles. Like I said earlier, rice would be good in this also. If you had some, like a package of veggies, like peas and corn, like some succotash stuff, some peas, corn, carrots, you put in there, it would be really, really good. It's kind of like a stock, you know. It's a little thick, so it really needs to be cut with a little bit of water also. But then if you did all that, oops, if you went to all that trouble, you would have essentially Dinty Moore beef stew. And let me tell you, the Dinty Moore is a little bit bland, but the Dinty Moore's got it all over this stuff. I mean, this is really not an option. Like those burgers that I did a little while back, oh, the burgers were terrible. This needs more of everything. It needs more veggies, it needs more meat, it needs more spices, it needs more of everything. So if you're thinking about running down to the Dollar Tree to try a can of this shit, go down to the grocery store and buy you a can of Dinty Moore beef stew. Spend another $1 and buy Dinty Moore. At least it's got real chunks of stuff in it. This doesn't hardly have any chunks of anything. But hey, this is why I test it out on my gut, so you don't have to destroy yours, and I can destroy mine. There's some potatoes. The potato product is a little mushy, not really too much potato. But this is why I test this out for y'all, so that you don't make the stupid mistake that I made by saying, hey, this looks like great trail food. No, I'm gonna eat it because I got it all spiced up and everything. And we can't forget our wonderful secret ingredient, Cristal hot sauce. Cristal, however you want to say it, but that's real Louisiana hot sauce made with Louisiana peppers. So, back for another Canteen Cup Tuesday. This is Matt, the old Florida boy, warning you about Southgate Beef Stew from the Dollar Tree. I will see you on the trail.